Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I want to do a quick follow-up for those of you who saw my last video about comparing BookBrush to MockupShots and how to use both and for your author marketing. I just realized that literally as I was recording, MockupShots sent an email out giving some updates on some of the things that they were featuring, and I completely missed it. And I thought it would be unfair to have a video that only showed half of what it can do. So I figured I'd do a separate video on MockupShots for those of you interested in seeing more of what it can handle, in case you need to know more about it. So I am going to send to you guys not one but two videos that cover this topic. So I am still using my paperweight mockup as an example, but you'll notice that there's a section for all mockups or by subjects. So right now I'm at the subject mode. And again, if you guys aren't familiar with what I'm even talking about, check out my last video comparing BookBrush to MockupShots so you can get a better idea of what this is about. Okay. So once you get MockupShots, if you happen to purchase it, you will have access to this menu here. What I showed you in the last video is I showed you the all mockups, and I also showed you the video builder. But what I did not realize is that we also now have a testimonial builder, a cover reveal builder, and then what I think is really interesting, the GIF mockups and the memes. So that's kind of the main reason why I want to even do this video, is to look at some of these GIFs and memes, and of course these things over here. So we kind of got a look at already at the all mockups in the last video, but I will just take another look just to remind you guys. If you look at the different categories here, you'll see that the photos are definitely categorized. So let's say, for example, we want to do one with there was one I saw, a plant. Let's do some plant mockups here. If I click on the plant mockup, you'll see that I do have 78 different images that use plants. A lot of these you've probably seen in other places, again, because they borrow from all the standard free sites, but you'll notice that they do in fact put your book in that static scene with the plant theme for this example. So again, if you just want something quick and easy and you want to find something that you can create quickly and not have to spend a BookBrush membership to get, this is an option for you. Now, I still think that BookBrush ultimately is going to be more versatile. My personal opinion is I think you can really go far with both programs or both apps because they will give you stuff on MockupShots that I don't think BookBrush has, and vice versa. But the other thing too is MockupShots, as you can see, they actually have other features that BookBrush doesn't have. So you'd have to get the Platinum account on BookBrush in order to use the video, whereas on Mockup you have it included with your plan. I think BookBrush probably has better videos, but not that much better. So I think overall you're still probably good to be able to get both. But what I wanted to show you guys was these special mockups, like the GIF and the meme. So let's go look at the GIF real quick. I think this is really cool because these are actually good. And I said in the last video, I thought BookBrush was better than MockupShots. I still think that's true, but here's an example of why I think having both is not a bad idea. You'll see that the GIFs that they give you, pretty good, and I really like this one here. In fact, I'm tempted to use this one. Not sure how yet. I'll have to figure that out, but I like how it animates. I like the way it's used. Obviously, these are mostly designed for paperback, so if you don't have a paperback, the GIFs may not be good. But the thing with MockupShots is they do continue to add to their library. Their static shots, there's a lot more now than there was when I first bought it about 2 years ago. I think when I first got it, there was maybe 600 images to choose from. I think it's closer to 1,000 now. BookBrush is still by far outweighs all the content that you're going to get on this. You're going to see a lot of repeats between both of them. I don't think there's a lot of difference as far as what's different here than over there. I think, again, you're going to get more static images with BookBrush. And again, a lot of what you can get here, you'll also get on BookBrush. But I don't think BookBrush has a GIF editor. Not that that's going to last forever. I'm sure they're going to be proactive enough to get one. But I definitely think this is cool. Now, the other one they have here is the meme mockups. Now, this one I don't think I'd use as often, but I know some people love memes, especially if you're on Instagram or anything like that. So, in fact, it looks like they're designed for Instagram stories. So yeah, if you see anything here that you'd want to use, and then this is certainly worth your effort. But I like these. I like this one with a cat. Those of you who follow my channel or subscribe to my newsletter, or if you've ever visited my author site, you'll know that I like cats. Yeah, anything with a good cat picture, I'm all for. But yeah, I mean, some of these are pretty good. They're pretty basic, and again, this is early days of memes on MockupShots, so I'm sure they're going to add more as time goes on. Some of these are weird, like the taste of a good book. There's a couple of these here. I don't really understand why anyone would ever use that, but I mean, it's there if you're that kind of person. I like this one here. The guy's expression's awkward, but I like what it says. I like the ones with the girls a lot. I think I like this one especially. So I think having that fake excitement for a book that they're not actually reading, not bad. But you'll see there's a pretty common theme. There's a lot of the same topic, looking to sneak off. Now, clearly you don't need to use the pre-made memes. You can always go into the pre-made mock-ups and then create your own. So like if you want to do an adventure mock-up, I've actually done this. If you I'm not sure, I don't have easy access to right now, but I have in the past downloaded one of these photos, not one of these in particular, but I've downloaded a mock-up photo and then I've added my own text to it through an outside program. If you've got other programs, you can certainly go far with these programs. That's just the point I was making in the previous video. Your creativity is really your only limitation here. If just for a little bit of money, and again, I would recommend you guys wait till around Black Friday, because that's when the price usually gets halved. Again, I bought this for $80, not $200, so they do go on sale. And if you get on their mailing list, you can usually get advertised for the special deal. And it's still lifetime, but for a lot less money. But anyway, yeah, if you download these and put it through your external program, you can certainly go much further. So that's what I would ultimately recommend, is be willing to do a little bit of extra work to get your mockups to really stand out, but you can do what you want. We did look a little bit at the video builder in the previous video, but we did not look at the testimonial builder. I really like this. There's not a lot of choices here, but the ones they give you, they look really nice. Now these same backgrounds you're going to notice are pretty universal across MockupShots, because you'll see them again in the next section here. What you could do is you could click or go next. If you go next, you're just going to go right to the options here. If you pick one ahead of time, let's say, if you like this one, which I do, you click it, then it's going to give you a more tailored experience. So that's worth knowing. But if you have an image here you like, then you can attach it to the thing. I like the girl here in this picture, and then I think I like the one pointing. These are the two I'd probably choose if I had good reviews to display on my site. But yeah, if you have a website and you want to display something more than just a static quote here, you can actually download one of these images. Click it, and then I think you can customize the text here, because obviously you want to be truthful to what the actual comments are. And I would probably pick something that's short and sweet. But you'll see that all you got to do is just change the text. So if you really want to be truthful, you'll click on it. And the one thing about MockupShots is you really got to be kind of clear what you're doing here. But if I said, this book is amazing, I think. I'm not actually sure, because it is still in production, but I think it'll be awesome. And then obviously that's too large, so I want to change the font down to maybe 30. Might help if I highlight it. So let's do that. Let's highlight. Come on mouse. I'm using a remote mouse, so sometimes it doesn't want to work. Yeah, so you can shrink the size, it fits better, and then you can even move this so that it's a little closer to, oops, you can grab it, there you go. A little finicky. Come on, Phoenix. There we go. And move it up there. Now, like a lot of these online graphic builders, it doesn't really do a lock system well, so you're going to have to eyeball it. But what you can do is you can change the sizing or the positioning of the text. So let's say if you wanted the Amazon, come on, I'm using my other mouse. This thing's too finicky. So for example, if I wanted to put this behind the girl, I don't know why I'd do that, but if I did, I just, well, actually no, she's part of the background. Never mind, I can't do that. But I could put it behind the stars, I think. Alright, I'm totally failing at demonstrating this. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, oops. Star. Anyway, you get the point. So if I want to change the stars, I think I could do that too. Possibly. Let's see if there's a way to do that. Actually, let's click this away. Can I click on the stars? I'm not sure if I can edit the stars. That might be a problem. If I'm not, unless I got another sticker. Let's see if I got a star sticker here. Stars. Ratings, maybe? Okay, so this one might be a little challenging. I guess the point is you wouldn't, I mean, it's going to probably default to 4 or to 5 because I guess it's not a composite star. I think it's related to the particular reviewer. So clearly what they're suggesting is just find your best 5-star review and then use that for your testimonial. But anyway, now that I messed this all up, let's try to fix this. Oops. Come on. Now, it's not really a MockupShots issue. I just have this problem with all online builders. This is why I prefer in my own graphics program. But, I mean, they do make it more specialized, so that's one thing I like about them. But anyway, so you can see that's what we have, and then when we're done, you can save it if you want. If you want to add different things. You can actually change the shape. I like this, too, the shape builder. Allows you to do a different style. So instead of doing the square, maybe you want a circle, and then you can just, again, or an ellipse might be nicer looking, so you could probably fit it in a different way. Now it does certainly mean you have to find a reason to use that shape, but it's there if you want it, but I prefer none. Now the other thing that's really neat is I don't know if, yeah, the frame. There's a thing called the frame tool. This works on both the testimonial and the cover review, which I didn't show you guys yet. If you want to really make this fancy, you can put a frame around your picture. So just like that. Now some of these will be squared. But yeah, if you really want to have like a fancy design, that one's squared there. Film strip, I guess, if you have a book going to become a movie. But yeah, if you want to have something, I like this one in particular, if you want to have something really fancy, then this is one way you can do that. Now the one thing you would have to be careful of is the background. I know when I tried this before, when I tried using the background, I changed it to the invisible background. When I changed it back, I don't think it realized that I had changed it. So my advice to you is don't change your background unless you really don't want the one you've got. So I'm going to save this one, and yeah, this time it actually kept my background. Last time it did not because I changed it essentially. But it's really that simple, and then when you're done you just click on MockupShots to go back to the main page. So that's an example of one of other things you can do. Of course, the last thing is the cover reveal. This one works just like the one we just looked at. You pick a background you like. So let's say if you like the bricks, click next, and then you pick the cover you want. And it's going to be pretty much the same deal. So let's see, I think I'll choose this dude here. Again, you're going to see the image will be kind of peeking out of the paper bag. And then you can change the text according to whatever you want to say. If you want to keep their format, you can. If you want to change it, you can do that. But this is all customizable if you want to change what that says. So, but yeah, that's a better idea of what MockupShots can do. I think I showed you all the essential elements. We'll close that because I don't really care to save that. So this one goes back to my other images here. We looked at the video in the last one. If you missed the one I did on video, I'm not going to actually do the whole thing because it takes about a minute to upload. Oh, actually, maybe I will do this. You know what? Let's try this. Let's do a bullseye. Go next. And we'll do one with the promo. And then you can actually see that you can do your own text here, or you can, oh, this is good because it actually is coming soon. So if I go next, and then again, this is going to take just about a minute to upload. So I'll talk to you guys, about other things while we're waiting. Yeah, I haven't used MockupShots in a while, but if you watch my last video, you'll see how I used it. Basically, I'll take the static images and I'll put them on my website. You can do that on social media also. There's a place for using social media. It's supposed to be really effective for ads, or if you're doing a mailing list and you want to send your newsletter, you can certainly put a photo of your book in that to make it more interesting. And the purpose, of course, is to, oh, here we go. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Again, this is really easy to do yourself. If you go to like Pixabay or Pexels or any of those and just go to one of their stock videos and download a stock video, you can basically put that stock video in your editor and then simulate everything I just did here, but with your with graphics, for your book. And of course, if you have any other like stamps and you know how to use keyframes and sound effects, I mean, you really could do your own. The purpose of this, though, is it just makes it easy as a kind of a drag and drop system. And so there's not really anything extra you got to do. It's done for you, but you can certainly do your own if you want to be creative. We're not limited to what they give you. You're only limited to what they give you if you decide to use this system. But, I think that's all really kind of cool here. Let's do one more. Let's do an Instagram video. I think that's what the square is for. I don't actually have Instagram, or at least not one that I use. I might have one because I think you get one when you have Facebook. I'm not sure. I might have an Instagram account for all I know. I just clearly don't use it, but I believe the square is for Instagram. But yeah, let's look at one more just to get a nice variety. And again, you can use these however you feel your marketing needs it. So, as I said before in my other video, I think that MockupShots is good on its own. I think BookBrush is good on its own, but I think they're best when you get them both together. Just remember that with BookBrush, unless you have the free account, you will have to pay annually for it. If you just want the free BookBrush, you're not going to be able to use all of the mockups you want to. There's I think 12, or there's a very small number of mockups you can use for free on BookBrush. They're clearly the worst ones. So if you really want to use the best mockups, you'll actually need to get the Platinum plan on BookBrush because that's where all the premiums are. But there's only 115, I think, on the Diamond plan. You really don't need those, again, because you can simulate them by using smart objects in your Photoshop or your Affinity Photo if you have it. And then again, I was going to do a video showing you briefly how to do something similar. I actually have to refresh my memory on how to do it because it's been a while since I've done my own. But it's easy. I mean, if I can do it, anyone can. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Basically, you just use the smart file and then use the mesh tool in order to get your cover to fit around the mock-up image, and then you download a stock photo that has a mock-up in it. Or if you go to Design Cuts, they have a lot of good mock-ups in there. Something else I'll probably do in a future video. This one's taking a long time. I don't know This one must be pretty extensive. If it takes that much longer, we're going to skip it because I mean you kind of get the point. But ultimately, yeah, I think if you invest in something like this, you'll certainly get more mileage out of your marketing. Now, again, this depends on how good your marketing is in the first place. I don't have very many followers. I don't have any marketing like budget at all. So most of what I'm doing is really just for my website. I don't have, or you know, if I do like a YouTube thumbnail, I don't have a lot of use for doing this in as far as like Facebook ads or anything like that yet, because I don't have the budget for it. But at some point, I think it'll be useful. And it will be interesting to see like what the conversion is on that. But I've seen experiments of people doing different things with mock-ups, and it works for some books, doesn't work for everything. And you know, then you have the point of saturation. So this is where I guess if you're looking to decide like what to invest your money in, consider what the point of investment is, like, or what the point of saturation is. There was an experiment, I think it was on the InkersCon, now that I think about it, on the, because I was told you guys in the last video that I attended the InkersCon digital conference over the summer, which I do hope to do a proper video on that soon. I did one that didn't turn out so well, so I didn't post it, but essentially one of the speakers, they talked about their social media accounts and some of the things that did particularly well on Instagram. And one of the things that she said is she gave a picture of the engagement between a mock-up and then something she did, like was, let's say, with the interior of the book, and the interior did much better. And not that that's more interesting to look at, but it's more authentic. So that's one of the cautions I would give you guys if you decide to go into mock-up territory, and if you want to do that investment, is be mindful of the fact that your subscribers, your social media visitor, all those people, they may be already saturated with the mock-ups. They may not be impressed by them anymore. So you may either want to get creative with your mock-ups, or you may want to look at something like Design Cuts that has specialized mock-ups already made that are not commonly used in the public domain. So that's something to consider. But anyway, you guys can do what you want. I think it's worth experimenting with. At the end of the day, you might find that the traditional way is the best way, and the traditional way meaning just slap your cover on there, put some text with it, and make it simple for your viewers. They're gonna, if they want the book, they'll get it. If they don't, they won't. And it really comes down to that. It's all about how it's not just the imaging, it's what you do with the imaging that matters the most. I cannot believe this actually took the full 5 minutes. That is crazy. This better be good. Okay, there we go. No, another 40 seconds. Okay. What the? Did it actually take 5 minutes to make? Alright, I don't know what's happening there. I'm sure it's still rendering. I'm not going to wait. You guys get the point, I think, from the last one. If it doesn't load, just do a different thing. Maybe they don't have a spot for it. That's the thing with these kinds of programs, is sometimes you just got to experiment with them. I'm disappointed though. I was kind of hoping to see that. Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to reset it. That was a waste of time. Sometimes you're going to find that, but that's okay. At least now you know that that's a risk. So, anyway. I hope this video helped you guys out. Make a decision whether or not you want this or BookBrush or both. Don't forget to check out my other video. I'll put that in the thumbnail at the outro here. Just so, or not thumbnail, you know what I'm talking. The thing, the end card. I'll put that in there so you guys actually better go to an image where you're not going to be confused. I don't think this wants to let me out of here. Okay, this should hopefully be easier. But anyway, yeah, I'll check out the other videos so you get a better picture of how the two compare. See if you like one over the other. Maybe you like both. But I do think this is a pretty good program all around. Just one last point of reference before I go for the day is MockupShots is part of something called Author Lab. If you ever get advertised for Author Lab by the creators of MockupShots, it's basically this. It's a lot of the same tools that MockupShots has, but there's more to it. Like you can do things for Facebook, You get this book teaser builder. There's a lot more there. It's a much more expensive product. It's I think this one's $400. I got it, I think, at 90% off on a special deal. I don't know if that'll happen again. I've only seen it happen once. But this gives you courses and it gives you other things. But it's basically, it's the same person who does MockupShots, does Author Lab. And it's, if you'll notice over here, I got the, or no, I guess it's the same. If you go into, like, let's say the Testimonial Builder, I mean, it's going to be all the same stuff we just looked at. So I really think that you get a lot of mileage out of just having MockupShots. You don't need all of this unless you want to go like complete suite of all your topics, and again, pay for it once, not over and over like you do with BookBrush. But I hope that helps you guys. Again, let me know in the comments below if this is useful to you, if you plan to get either this or BookBrush, or if you were looking forward to another video on mockups, and particularly using design cuts and other places like that. Make sure to subscribe, do all the things YouTubers tell you to do. Also check out my Smart page down there in the description if you want some more info about me, my books, the things I'm doing. If you want to subscribe to my mailing list, there should be an option to go to my newsletter. So do check it out. It helps support me and my channel, and obviously you see some books here. You can check out Computer Nerds, already available. This one I'm still writing. It is going to be something that I'm going to be giving to my mailing list subscribers for free. However, I am more and more considering possibly doing this only for those who are currently subscribed at the time of release. I originally was going to give it away for the first year, but the more I think about it, the more I think it probably should be exclusive to those who are already on the list. And then I'll probably end up doing a shorter novella for everyone else, going forward. So if you want this for free, I would suggest you get on the mailing list now. It's Indiana Jones meets The Office, and the story is this adventurer. He gets this golden apple for a buyer, and the buyer turns up dead, so now he's got to find a new buyer, and ends up taking it to this office where he ends up getting a job, and all hell breaks loose. So that's a story that sounds appealing to you. You should subscribe to my mailing list right now so that you'll be on there by the time this releases, and you will get it for free if you're already on the list by the time I unveil it. And I think after that, again, it's up in the air. My plan was for the first year exclusive, but it is going to be a feature-length book, and more and more I'm thinking that's a bad idea. All the experts say do a novella, so I may end up doing a different product entirely for my permanent free. So that's your warning. If you're watching this, get on the mailing list now. If this is not already released, if you're watching this and it's already been released, send me a message. Say you watch this video, and maybe I'll hook you up with a free copy. So, but you should be on my mailing list nonetheless. So, all right, that's good enough. We'll see you for the next one. Hope this all was helpful. Talk to you all later. Have a good day. Bye.